Good afternoon, everybody. This is Donald Yates, Vice President of MaBstoa, checking in from West Farms Depot. Just want to give y'all a couple of updates. All right. Many of you should be aware that we produced our first MaBstoa wide newsletter in a very long time.
Caretaker for sale.
That's out there.
Caretaker Kevin for sale. To the crew.
One of the biggest things that we've been trying to attack is assaults, the assault issue. Part of doing that is to get into the logistical issue of what happens once an operator or any transit worker is assaulted. And what's happening is we came into contact with the Department of Security, who tracks many of these things through SITS reports. I was just part of a meeting with what was called an annual review meeting for the SITS reports and what the Department of Security deems to declassify workplace violence versus what is a labor relations issue. So we was in there basically to have a voice in the room to make sure that certain things didn't get declassified. We'll speak more on that in the future. But what I did want to update everybody on is the Department of Security basically follows the NYPD guideline, because NYPD is the agency that's in charge of rating workplace violence and prevention. So when an assault does happen, and I'll give you a case in point that happened in Tuskegee Depot. We had an operator who was assaulted by a bicyclist from outside the window, and the NYPD rated that particular assault as a harassment, and we had pushed management to go to NYPD, go to the precinct with the bus video, and they re-rated that harassment to an assault. All right, these are one of the things, and some of the things that we're doing to attack the issue on assault, or at least keep it in the minds of everybody that's involved in the stages of enforcement, that we're serious about assaults, and we have to go through these measures in order to help facilitate the issues that need to be resolved on assault. So we're working on that. Trains versus buses event. That was a hell of an event. It was a good event that was put together by Q from Manhattanville. He's a dispatcher in Manhattanville. I like to call Q a friend of mine, and we talk often, and I want to give him a shout out because that was an awesome thing to put together, a great undertaking. Shout out to Q. Hopefully you keep those things going. All right. Also, moving along, the New York Post had posted something about Michael J. Quill shutting down, and I got to tell you guys, you got to watch what the Post puts out there, because that's not what's happening. What's happening is there is an issue where some construction and some capital funds have to be used to repair the roof in Michael J. Quill, but it's not nowhere in the realm of danger as the Post had reported. And also, Michael J. Quill is not, to my current information, is not closing. They will be they're rerouting some routes, or they're certainly looking for places to park the bus. All right, so keep that in mind. Kevin. Dispatcher test for the OA is coming out. I'm not sure of the TA dates for DCAS, but the OA dispatcher test will be coming out August 1st, 2022. All right. You can sign up for that on the BSC website. As you know, or if you don't know, I'm going to tell it to you. We was in Tuskegee Depot last week, where they did a little town hall to discuss, to give an open forum to the operators. And right in that meeting, they're already talking about, they're on a financial cliff, and it's been reported in the papers. So we know this game already. This is a game where the MTA normally says that they don't have any money and they're broke. Whether it's true or not, my concern is that we deserve better. We deserve raises. We deserve benefits, better benefits. But we have to always think about benefits, brothers and sisters, and especially our younger brothers and sisters. We must always remember that benefits is important. But we also know that it's getting very expensive to live in New York City. So wages is going to have to be part of something that's happening in this next round of negotiations. So let's see what happens. But this message is to tell you the MTA is already claiming that they have no money. All right. As far as the fall pick, the posting will be Monday, August 1st, 2022. We will be picking on Monday, August 8th, 2022. And the pick will be effective on Sunday, September 4th. All right. Also, and I hope y'all get this message right away. The MTA Transit Cleaner starting pay is $19 an hour. The deadline of filing that is on August 31st, 2022. Make sure that you file for that. For that job. Also, as the words leave my voice, I want to let you guys know something that happened back in 2012. Now, your biannual 19A medical, which is supposed to be scheduled by your 19A dispatcher, is supposed to be scheduled by your birthday, biannually, no later than your birthday. If for whatever reason, through no fault of your own, if you are on vacation or you're on some type of leave, and the dispatcher didn't schedule or didn't get a chance to schedule your 19A, they are not supposed to be holding you out of service. They are not supposed to be changing your day off. You are entitled to be on the payroll while they schedule you for a 19A medical. Now, if it is the fault of the operator, then of course we can't hold the same stance, and then you would be qualifying yourself for either a change of day or being out of service until you get 19A into 19A compliance. All right, so just to recap what I just said, if you are a person whose birthday is coming up and you didn't get scheduled for medical, you're on vacation now, and they didn't schedule you for medical, or they did schedule you for medical and it was after you came back or after you fell out of compliance, for those reasons, you're not supposed to be put out of service. Now, what they can't do is they can't have you operate a bus, obviously, because you fell out of 19A compliance. But what they can do is keep you on the payroll, right? That was an agreement that happened between the union and the Department of Buses and Steve Vidal back in 2012. So in a discussion with the Zariga, or the training management team down there, just this past week, we've been told that is still in effect. So we would like to see that carried across the board, and all the chairmen have been notified. All right. Be mindful about speed cameras in your buses and in your personal cars, because August 1st, 2022, New York City will begin enforcing the expanded speed camera law. The law will allow New York City to issue speed camera violations 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, year round. All right. New York City DOT is authorized to operate speed cameras in 750 school zones, speed camera school zones, 750 of them. Be mindful of that and be careful. With that being said, have a wonderful weekend. Be safe, and I look forward to hearing from you.